Hi there guys, welcome. TSM here and welcome to my live stream for the first of the Skirmish raids, the first of 2021, Death Before Dishonor. Derpy's first in there. Hello mate, how are you? Good to see you buddy. Yeah, so here we go, a new set of ships, a new raid format for 2021. Um, let's have a quick look at the obviously the briefing quickly about what this is. So we are fighting Greta's Draconian ships basically, and we're using skirmish ships. Okay, it's subs for a change, so that's something new, isn't it? We haven't had subs, proper subs. Are they proper subs? We'll see. Okay, but we haven't actually used a sub fleet for some time. So just quickly looking at the forum here, raid overview. Then obviously it's just starting now. Two tier, obviously new tier 9.5. Okay, skirmish S targets, one 9.5 X target as well. And hey Daniel, how you doing? Josh, welcome back, and Hank and well, and Sizen as well. Hi guys, you're right. Yeah, so there's an X target. Okay, then you've got the stuff for the obviously the Phantom ECM holes as well. So there's a good interesting they call that a Y target today. Okay, so there we go. It was A tiers, B tiers. Now we've got a Y target. So there we go. So that's the extra target, and then we've got the classic A targets for the assault, which is obviously again the phantoms, and then we're going down to the familiar older skirmish ones, but it's probably locked to the mutineer and the merciless mutineer as well. So that's it. Content highlight for this one, obviously X1 upgrades, obviously for your Ronin fleet, and limited weapon, obviously for your FM fleet as well, the Avalanche Mortar. To be honest, yeah, I think that's about it. Hey, Adam, good luck. Sorry, buddy. You're all right then. There's too many people to tell everybody say hi, but I'll pick up as they go along. Don't worry about it. Uh, yeah, so those that aren't familiar, obviously, that's the routine Ronin, obviously print. The X1 stats there. So what are we getting? Obviously, extra concussive and extra explosive survival. It gets a bit ridiculous once it gets so high. Okay, we're up to 400%. Okay, and interesting, the Horo X1 countermeasure. Okay, then it actually increases the firing angle. So think of very much like previous ships, and we'll look at that. I've got some tokens towards the end of the stream. I'm only going to do an hour exactly because I'm going on to Hefe's show as well. But yeah, we'll look at that because I'm going to do a couple of the ships probably to X1 just to see the difference. So I think the firing angle changes, and I think in the upgrade it might actually increase the range, but we'll have a look at that. The Vengeful Ronin as well, that does obviously get an update, and that one there not only increases the countermeasure, but it also increases the damage on the flurry torpedo as well. So increased salvo 5, not quite sure what that's all about, and slow effect 20%. That could be helpful. We'll see how things are going. Yeah, it should be quite interesting. Yeah, this is the only decent prize, to be honest. I mean, what's happened? January, lockdown, Christmas, leave, Kixeye going off for a period of time. Not, I think, the most taxing raid of all. You know, it's a catch-up raid. It's almost like Pillage Take Two to me. You know, if you're ever going to miss a raid out, this would be the one. If you were extremely busy, I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying that I think personally, you know, this item will probably come later in pillage as well. So you know, it will be available and maybe even in a TLC later on. But yeah, so it's a limited mortar. You can only collect 5 of them. I think it's one per ship. Basically, is what it's probably going to be able to do. Yes, it does some extra damage, and yes, it does help you out. It's not a must-have, not on the targets at the moment that are currently in the FM, because things are quite reasonable. You can even do them for free if you're hitting the 135. So not a lot really apart from that, apart from routine upgrading your own ships and then getting some extra tokens to get, to be honest. Badges, okay, yeah, quite colourful, snowed in, okay, and so that gets you those avalanche mortars, okay, and then obviously, if you so choose to get 100 million raid points, I'm not sure quite why you would, but hey, some people just like to get crazy numbers. I've worked it out roughly. I'll just flip across there on the good old Ahoy Mahati website then. Here's his raid calculator there. What are we looking at? So yeah, we're probably going to go for the 5 avalanche mortars there. Okay, and so that's 22 and a half, isn't it? Already got the ship. Really, yeah, I'm definitely going to need some more upgrade kits, okay? But just be cautious what you want to get for X1 because you don't need everything because they end up giving you far too many. So just check what you need first, okay? And we can look at that where you find that information in a moment, okay? but there's some build tokens. I've built my fleet. I don't really want to change it too much. If you're not building more ships, we've got the FM coming. I've noticed the mortar is only about 13 hours to change, so you don't need to save many of your FM tokens to change your your Everest fleet around. So if your ships are already built and your Everest are already built, yeah, they may be in bounty. There may be a new, conqueror hull coming, that sort of stuff. So you might want to save up some tokens for that. But it's about, yeah, exactly, Josh. It's about 40 million. So if you're going up to the 100 millions, you're either desperate and you need stuff, or you're just one of the big show-offs. We'll see. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But for me personally, it's a pretty mellow raid, I think, this one. Let me just take the zoom off a little bit there, and we'll actually go back into the game and have a little look. So he says, menu, ha ha ha. Right, okay, so just give us if I do not play it on this one, I like to go back onto Facebook, so just give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back with you. Okay, changed my mind. It's easier just to refresh the page. Righty ho. So we'll, like I said, I should hopefully just have a ship finishing, which would be the flagship, and that should have just gone to U3, I believe. Okay. Here we go. Don't forget, gold sale came out today. If you're ever going to buy gold, if you're one of those sort of people, okay, I haven't this month because I've still got plenty from the last 2 months. But if you're a gold person, this is the time to buy. You get the decent deal. I can quickly probably show you it. Don't buy it from up here. Okay, this is not the way to go ahead. The best way to go ahead is to go into your offers and then have a look in here. Not that I'm doing a sales pitch, but this one here where you get nearly 3,000. Okay, then for a reduced amount. Don't just coin things off, then wait and hold off, basically, and then start looking forget these deals because that's cash, real cash, and you're not really getting a huge discount. Sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't. But then start looking at the ones later, like these. I mean, you probably already got these ships, but these sort of deals, so you're getting a discount and then a further discount. So, if you missed out the last raid, there's a whole fleet for $3.99, and bear in mind you've got a huge discount on your coins already, so you're getting that almost like as a gift. So, there is a way to catch up if you so feel to do so. Clearly, this is not ranked, but then there are offers then where you can actually spin forward. Some of the people got some offers where you can actually get that fleet straight to U3. Sorry, for I think it was about 200 coin or something like that. It wasn't horrendous. There's a Ronin ship, so but I'm not so keen on the ones that say cash. I'm more keen and try to do a double dip save if I can when it starts saying coin. Anyway, let me just have a little look a second. I need to cough, so I'll turn the mic. Excuse me. Right, let's have a quick look. Is the ship fixed? Is it done? Is that it? Is that the flagship? Yes, it is. Okay, so I don't know why the skin's like that, but there we go. So this one should be in here. Let's just maximize this so it looks a bit better. Is that the size we want? Let's have a little look. Let's just zoom in. What is we? Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, that looks quite reasonable size and shape wise. Okay, I just want to zoom about right because sometimes these targets are huge and I haven't even looked at one yet. So that's the flagship. We'll probably just leave it at that skin for now. So all I need, look, okay, and remember they said there was loads of kits there. You just need, if you're already at U1, okay, at U3, sorry, you just need the following 80. That's all you need. So don't think that you need to go. People get a bit carried away sometimes and getting upgrade kits and that sort of stuff. So for this, you just need 80. Okay. Yeah, so that's my fleet cruise. Okay, then bear in mind, so this is one of the original type hulls, going back to pred subs and that sort of stuff. So explosive, okay, incoming, and obviously concussive incoming as well. And you're delivering concussive, so there's quite a few options here. Yes, obviously we've got the tier 3 sort of like 3-star sort of cruise and that sort of stuff. The classic sort of grease monkey stuff. Wouldn't go down this avenue, to be honest. And whilst you do a bit of damage protection, but this is more about buildings. But there are crews you can use, disciples if you've still got them. I wouldn't waste those crews, to be honest. Yeah, great. I mean, they're not the fastest turning ships, these Ronins, so you could actually go to Sea Serpents. It does give you a bit more evade, 24%, or quite a lot actually, to be honest. So that's possible. The build I've got, which we can have a quick look at. So evade is up there. I'm at 63% already. And if you scan down through the upgrades, okay, it's always a good hint whether you do need it or don't need it. You notice you're not getting any evade bonuses whatsoever in the U1 right the way through to the X1. So there's nothing there to indicate that you need a huge amount of evade, and we're already sitting at sort of 63. That said, though, you can see then I've got a combat speed of 88 and a turn speed of 56. Okay, and so that would help me out because obviously I get a huge bonus, obviously. So I'm probably going to start with this one anyway to get that bonus effect. These targets are going to be problematic, and we'll look at why in a moment, because obviously it's the way the countermeasures work. So if you're not going for evade crews, there are other options. You could go for the classic old steelheads, okay? And things have moved on since the day that crew came out, but it still can be a benefit, and I'm sure I might have a little look at flipping crews around later on. Deadeye Destroyer, it's okay. We've got an awful lot of critical chance on already, but there is a 15% critical chance, okay, as well for obviously torpedoes. Speed crew probably not necessary. There is as well this one here, the Silent Hunters, which can give you another 8% chance on the crit and actually up your combat speed. Don't think that's the crew particularly to go for at the moment, because obviously my fleet forward speed is quite fast as it is. Midnight Marauders is okay if you're going to go through and kill your fleet off completely and then long-term fix it. But if you're going to go and try for the minimum damage and that sort of stuff, you'll never actually get the benefit, because obviously it does maximum up to 20% bonuses in those two key areas. So, you need to have a pretty dead fleet first before you actually start seeing the bonus of those particular that particular crew. So yeah, that's that one there. And what else we got? That's about it, to be honest. There's not really much else that's going to help you out. So I'm going to go for evade at the moment. Like I say, the whole fleet for me is sitting at U3, okay, and I've gone for a single cormorant on 2 of my ships and 2 cormorants on 3 of the ships. I've also gone for 3 CTs, okay, that's obviously the concussive. And I've gone for 1 of the explosive. I'm hoping I can sneak around and get myself around the torpedoes. I'm not sure about the torpedoes because they're concussive now, but the incoming explosive rocket/mortars. I'm hoping I can drive around that. If not, I can make a change. I've got a few tokens anyway left over from the FM. So you'll notice, look, upgrade kits. I got them obviously from Pillage and the TLC as well. So I don't need to go forward and get any. There's the hint. It tells you in the middle deck. I don't need to get any more kits, okay, and ready to upgrade these to X1. I've got plenty. Okay, that's enough chat. Let's go out on the water. Right, we'll pop a bit of music on. If it's too loud, just let me know. We'll close down the comms. I'm in Sector 8, I think I'm at. Yeah, jump back into Alpha Sector 8, yeah. So somewhere around about, 8 Charlie. Yeah, there we go, in the center. Deep sea counter, Josh. Yeah, it's close, isn't it? There weren't too many options. Most of it was pretty set. I mean, they really are sort of driving down on your options, I think, these days. Yep, fantastic. So targets, we want to look obviously at. We'll just look at the S set first. Classically, normally, so we're all on 152 and 150. 150 is generally. Or the lower one, is generally the one. Obviously, if you aren't sure of the one that you can auto, and then the 52 is the one that you can generally drive. Let's see if that's the case. Hello, bro. How you doing? You all right? Good to see you, mate. Are you parked up somewhere? Obviously. What are we looking for? Targets. Here we go. Yeah. So 150, yeah, so there's a symbol underneath, okay, showing that obviously this one here can be blitzed. There's a big 512 as well, okay, and well, we'll look at the 150 first, shall we? Yeah, 152. So you can blitz them, but this one, easiest way to tell which one's the blitz one is go in, say at 6 o'clock, notice the angle you're going at, and then see where you start from. If you start up at sort of like 2 o'clock and that sort of stuff, then it's clearly, you know, it's the one that's going to be the blitz target, because it'll have a set entry pattern every single time. Sat in Stoke, that's nice for you. Let's have a little look. So I went in at 6 o'clock, and we're actually, we've gone in at what? That's about 7 or 8, isn't it? So yeah, this looks like it's the auto target. We'll just confirm that. Let's retreat. Let's go in now at 2 o'clock. Obviously, I won't get the blitz bonus, but there's not much to gain from blitzing in this raid. It's going to be, you know, get a couple of million a day sort of stuff, and just do it in slow time. You don't need a lot, you know. 40 million over 7 days, that shouldn't be too hard to do. Is 150 the auto? Yeah, we're just gonna have a quick ganders, mate, and soon tip. We're still coming in at about 7 or 8 o'clock. Then it definitely is. Yep, it is. Okay, so I'll just I'm assuming they've probably put this in then, so your stack will automatically happen. I do like the way that they've changed this so that you actually get a decent amount of countdown time. So let's have a quick spy of the target. So there's 1 super hole, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them, okay. And then lots of hunters and that sort of stuff. So what I'm looking at, there shouldn't be any of those nasty torpedoes in this one. So it should go forward then and look at this first, I'm guessing. Just make sure I select all, press S, so the auto. Yeah, so they're nicely bunched up first. So you can see then the countermeasure arc at the moment at U3. Once I get that to X1, that'll expand and go out by another 33%. Here we go, first ship. Let's zoom in. Okay, where are we heading next? Right, this is where the explosive damage will start hitting us. So we have taken some damage already, but not a huge, well, in fact, yeah, tiny bit amount. So what hull? So ship 5 took all that damage then, so that's something worth noting. Bear in mind, sometimes torpedoes are a complete pain. So now I'm getting damage across the fleet, because obviously the explosive in this is area of effect damage. Damage rings on those ships. Just be cautious of that. So obviously that's them causing you damage. Here we go. Here's another one that I'm going to get. So we'll look at the damage at the moment on the Protos. It did say long range explosive was quite powerful. Short range, not so much. So you might want to drive by kite. Not really sure yet. We'll see how it goes. But I just want to see what it's like on auto first, just out of interest. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to grab my phone and pick up the BP app and just see if it works for the raid. And if it does work for the raid, can we spot these targets? Because seeing as we don't need to get an horrendous amount of points, then it might be worth to have a little look and to see if you're at work and that sort of stuff, you can auto this target, several of them, and then actually when you get back home and drive the 152. Right, so explosive then, we took 5%. Bear in mind, I've built my fleet for driving, not actually for autoing. And the concussive then, 1%. So that's helped of the fact I've got 3 plates on as well. Okay. Be cautious, like I always say on here. It won't happen because I can't blitz at the moment, but it will allow you to auto coin to fix. So I always close using this button, because there you go, there's the blitz. You know, and sometimes if you're a little bit laggy and that sort of stuff, you end up clicking that blitz thing, and you really wish you hadn't then. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. So 40 minutes, you know, you can knock some, obviously 25 minutes in dock fixing time, that sort of stuff. Gives you a 15-minute wait time if you so wish to do it. I'm not going to. So 40 minutes, let's just remember that. Si's really good at remembering. So we're going to go and try and drive one now, and then see if we can make a difference. It was 150, wasn't it? So let's find another 150. He says there's one over here. Doesn't matter what angle. I'm trying to get the BP app running at the same time. I'm not the best person at multitasking, but hey. Right, we'll go in. So this time we're going to try and do everything we can to avoid, obviously, do you know the smart torpedoes? There weren't any in this target, so this does also indicate that, you know, because otherwise the smart torpedoes would give you an awful lot of damage as well. So this one definitely is the auto target. Right, so clearly the goal is obviously to try and keep these protos in this zone here or this zone here, so that you are taking them out and obviously countering their incoming. Oh, it's hard, isn't it? It's going to be a real pain, this. I'm not the best at this sort of thing, but... And I bet you that zone is a damage zone, that sort of ring that they were having. I'll have to go back and have a look on the kickside. But these are the ones that concern me the most, because these are the ones I'll take... Ha ha ha, it's you, mate, is it? Okay, I didn't realise that. Now I know. You're down in Sector 7, aren't you, or something like that? I know you're in Alpha. That wasn't too bad. Now, obviously, that's a slowdown ring, so I don't want to go into that area there. So I'm probably going to pull off this hunter here first. That was better. I managed to get inside that one better. They die quite quick, though, I must admit. They do die quite fast. Can I keep that one in the firing range? Let's just have a quick look and see how many of these torpedoes can... So if I keep him inside the countermeasure area, let's see if I can do this now. I'm countering every one of those torpedoes. Every single one I managed to get to stop. So that wasn't too bad. Yeah, I think you just got to get in close, Derpy. That was what it said. It said long range, but I'm not sure about this aura that's got hanging around it. See, the things, you have to run and chase the darn things, you know. So that probably wasn't the best way. But it kicks out that aura once it gets so far down on its health bar. So I'm not sure what that aura is kicking out on and what it's doing to us. Right, so yeah, again, 6%. So it looks like I've taken more damage, but anyway, but none. Okay, even though it's got a little red bit there, but no concussive apparently. Anyway, we're on 40. That's just 5 minutes difference, isn't it? That's 5 minutes, isn't it? Okay, is that worth driving? If I get another 40, that should nearly hit the 2 hours, and I can do the fix. Right, let's do another one. That's really weird. Okay, we'll just do one more just for comparison, and then we'll go on to the other one. He says if I can find one. 152, 150 is one here. Derpy's 11. Okay. Yeah, you're right. It's probably gone all explosive now. I mean, there are build tokens, so we can always mess around as the week progresses. So, but bear in mind, I haven't got into the other target yet, so you know, we're just having a play on this one first. Right, let's see if I can drive a bit smarter if we can, and let's see if we can clock these countermeasures doing their job. Bear in mind, so I've only got one cormorant on this one cormorant on that one, two on that one, two on that one, or maybe I've only got... So the Vengeful's got one cormorant. There's a single cormorant on ship 5, a single cormorant on 4, 2 on 3, and 2 on 2. Okay. So actually, it's less than I thought. So I managed to counter all of those. And all of those. And all of those. It seemed like I did anyway. So do we trigger these and then just drive away from them maybe? I'm not sure what's the best way. I mean, obviously this is not the perfect time. It's 25 past, and like I say, I'm going to chat to the crew, Hefe's crew, in a bit. So I'm only going to do it literally 55 minutes on here. So we're just going to have a look at a few targets. So, but is it better to trigger them and then just let them come to you, keeping away from that thing, obviously? Get in close now and kill it, maybe. Yeah, because it switches projectile type, doesn't it? It goes from the large sort of rockets, or if they are rockets, to the smaller ones. So that one's by himself, so I may as well go up and get him. Now, if I use that, if it says we're going to get in close and take less damage, let's speed up using that oil slick type thing. See if that helped. Bring that countermeasure across. Oh, he's on an auto path. Not so bad, not so bad. I'd like to know what those auras are they keep dropping off. Not really sure. I'll have to look in the notes. I might have a flip across and look in the notes in a moment. You're seeing a few getting through there, yeah. So here we go again, look. 2 of them there, and then 2 of these hunters. Oh, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Yeah, so if you got, so you definitely got to use these countermeasures correctly. Okay, so while that one's sitting still, let's go and see if I can get into the path of this one early. Which I'm not going to be able to do because he's now, well, that he can do it for me, that's all right. Bear in mind, there's nothing on these holes that you can countermeasure, so you just got to get in there, really. Okay, Josh, it'd be good to see how you're getting on, mate, yeah. Oh, is it from my build, is it? Okay, so that should be just under 2 hours, hopefully. So we had a 40, a 35. What do we get then? 5%, so 1% less, and 0. So concussive is fine. Yeah, okay. That's not horrendous, is it? 140 for 3 targets. Yeah. Right, okay. Let's look at 152s then. Bear in mind we're at 140 then. Okay. So this, obviously, the angle that you go in is the angle you will be starting at. In fact, we'll quickly have a little look. So that will be quite interesting. Yeah, Daniel, thanks for your message. I was aware of that, mate, and I know why, and I agree. Basically, in a nutshell. Right, I'm on the BP app quickly, and whilst I'm on there, I'm just going to have a quick look at the fleet, because it's obviously out on the water. It's the Skirmish one there, so I'm just clicking it, and I'm just going select target, and I'm going to pick up the event. It's loading. Yeah, so I've got. Interesting. It says I can attack level 60. The level 60 targets, the level 62 targets, the 150s obviously, and the 152. So the BP app is functioning in this raid, just for your information. Okay, can I hit the 60 target? I wonder. Where's the fleet? The fleet's there. So just to prove yet again, like I said last time I did this, let me just select a 60 and see if it will go for it. And you should see the fleet move on its own accord. Let's have a little look. It's gone. Where has it gone to? It's gone somewhere. A long way away. Right, it's off. So you can actually, if you so choose, and you haven't fully upgraded, if you wanted to, you can take the next tier down. I mean, I'm not going to do that because why would I have bothered upgrading? But yeah, so you can actually use this fleet as well if you want in the next tier down. Unless obviously there's buildings, because these don't hit buildings. Right, okay, 152. I don't know the best angle of approach, okay? It generally does make a difference on the angle you go in these targets. So let's go in at 6 first and have a little look. It should have a good countdown timer as well. I'm really pleased about the BP app. That means tomorrow at work I can do plenty of the 150s, and then I can actually come back out again, fix up from lunchtime onwards. Then by the time I get home in the evening, then I can then crack on and get on with some 152. So that's good news. Wow, here we go. So smart torpedoes, not sure which ones they come out of. I can't remember because I should have looked at the BP notes first. Not really good that I've started on obviously an oil slick cloud, because that would push me straight into there. Looks like 7 o'clock might be good, because that might give me a bit of a breathing space. So 6 o'clock probably not the best. Between 7 and 8 looks quite reasonable. Let's go over here. Let's try that. Stop wasting my tax money. Oh dear, you do make me smile. Have I got a bit more breathing space? Yeah, there's a bit more breathing space. So I can imagine the smart torpedoes are going to hit us straight away. So I might just see if I can nip in and get that thing out of the way. I can't remember what kicks the smart torpedoes off, but these also may do a bit more damage. So getting in close as quick as I can. So that's that dead. Let's see what happens when we trigger one of these. Where are the smart torpedoes going to kick out from? It could be these ships. Well, there was VXP had smart torpedoes, didn't it? Ah, what's up here? What's this just come off? There's a... Yeah, I need to try and get this hull as soon as I can. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. And that one. Oh, perfect. Oh, I see. So when you kill that hull, the proto, it gives you an oil slick, so you can speed away. That's quite handy. Hey, Paul. Good to see you, buddy. From the Nighthawks. Yes, I've just seen one pop up there, mate. So should we go and trigger one in a minute and just... I wonder if you've got to trigger them... So there's a Nighthawk there. I wonder if it's on a... you know, you've got to get close first. If I clean up this bit here first, and I might use these oil rigs, these oil spills here. Well, they look like oil spills. And then blast into that as soon as I can. But whether I can swerve the torpedo, I mean, they do normally take a couple of seconds to explode, so I might better blast past it. But I just don't want these two ships behind, because obviously they are going to start firing things at me straight away. Oh, there's another one there as well, so I have to be cautious a little bit. That was quite handy. I don't know if that's a good use of the torpedo, the oil slick or not, but it did seem to work. So I might be able to charge in this one here, take me to this one here and get that ship with a bit of luck. You're going into a 150. Go on then, Paul. It'll be good to see you, mate. See, this is the issue when you start chasing these ships, because then they're using their long range damage. Now it's switched. Now it's switched. That's good. And obviously their long range explosive projectiles do far more damage. Derpy does do all the reading. Yeah, I'm just... this is a demo of what's in the targets. I'd never say that I've read everything. And there you go, smart torpedo coming in. Look, I can dodge that. And then kill off the sub. Well, that wasn't exactly too exciting, was it? Okay, and the smart torpedo's gone off screen now. It's done its own thing, so... That's why I never do ship builds and ship explainers, that sort of stuff. That takes a lot of work. I'll leave that to Derpy. He's got more time. More patience as well. Right, so that one didn't trigger that time, so that's quite good. Did I manage to counter those? Yep, managed to counter all those, so that's quite handy. Can I kill both of these at the same time? I have to say I'm not disliking the target. I think there'll be a pattern evolving some stage. Obviously I haven't found it yet, but we've just got the little bit in the middle, haven't we? A few stupid little oil rigs, so let's charge in and see if we can get in behind that there. Yep. Can I get in behind that counter torpedo ship? Yes, I can. So how long does the smart torpedoes take to explode? That's the question. Too long. Good. Right. So I've just got to avoid it for a bit longer. And you don't need to kill off all the oil rigs because that's the target completed. Okay. Interesting. Now I'm quite happy, to be honest. Should be really necky and try an auto one and see what happens. Worst I'm going to do is die, isn't it? Well, we were on 1 hour 40, weren't we? 1 hour 40 damage. So 1 hour 40. Let's just see the progress. What did I get? 6% again, and apparently no concussive. So we can do a pie graphic and pro for an entry point. Yes, we can do. Yeah, that's a good point actually. But that 7 o'clock seemed alright. It gave me a bit of time, didn't it? So that didn't seem too bad. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so I'm up there. I can. What was it? 4.5 per mortar, something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, 4.5 per mortar. I just want to see what the damage was for that. Is that 40 minutes? 50 minutes. 50 minutes damage, is that right? 50 minutes? Yeah, 50 minutes damage, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's just about 50 minutes damage. It's 1 hour 40 before, if I remember rightly. So 50 minutes damage. Right, and then we're going to go and find another one now and literally just see if I've got just over half the fleet alive. They're all at U3, every single one of the holes. There's a 52. There's the angle. Now let's do the worst thing in the world and let's just click on it and see if the fleet survives. It probably won't. No. Hi Jenny, how are you? Long time no here. No, the 60 isn't. Let me just have a quick double check because that's going to auto now. So 40 minutes on the. Yeah, that's about right, Paul. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what level your fleet's at. Are you at U1, 2, or 3, mate? I was getting auto. Hi Andy, you're right. So I'm getting about 40 minutes auto on the 150. Okay, 35 minutes driving because my driving sucks at the moment. But here we go. And then I just got 50 minutes damage on the 152 driving. I'm just autoing a 152. I know you're not supposed to, but I'm just seeing if I can. And if I can, then great. I because we don't need many points this time. You may even be able, because the BP app is working. You may then be able to actually just go 2 or 3 152s with the fleet dying and do the whole thing from the phone and go and do something more interesting instead. No, I didn't mean it that way. But for those that can't log on and don't have the time and have to work, and have real-time jobs, then you may have options. So let's just see if half a fleet, does survive. It may not. Targets, sorry, we're looking at targets. So to get the top bonus, obviously, which is obviously, here you go, the 1,000,000 points, then it's just these two. Okay, and so it's just the 152, which I'm autoing or trying to auto at the moment. That's the one with the smart torpedoes in them. Okay, the 150, which is the auto target, that doesn't have any smart torpedoes in it at all. Okay, and then obviously, if you want to get the big bonus, not really sure you're probably going to, in this raid set, I don't think I would bother, to be honest. I will have a look at one of the targets, but I'm not going to do it this time because I don't need the points. Obviously, you need to go for the 512 and the 604 using the ECM holes as well. That just sounds like too much like our work to me, to be honest. So yeah, so you're getting 1,000,000 there because it's the 500 plus the 500, and then you're getting another 750. So to be honest, with 4 targets, the speed that we're doing these, something tells me I think we'll stick around these ones here, to be honest. I think it'd be faster. Let's move down to the A set quickly, as we said. So that was obviously your photon ECMs, okay. And so for that one there, then to get that bonus, then so 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, just 450, okay, then K for those there, and obviously an 80. 82 and a 411, unusual name, but 411, okay. Nice thing, don't forget, you can get parts of your shards, possible shards, not guaranteed shards, so it's possible, but guaranteed Okay, and if you are really short of the things, guaranteed, okay, shards on the 512. Oh, interesting. And some missile shards as well, look. That's quite a nice change. Okay, and some missile shards as well, should you want them. Okay. Like I said, you can actually use the BP app if you want to, and you can auto with the Ronins then the B tier. It's tiny. I don't know if there's hit down points, but it's 100k each go. I bet they're instant fix. You might be able to do a few of them, to be honest. But yeah, so the 60, 62 you can also auto if you want to, and you may want to go out and maybe be able to get away with just doing, you know, splitting your ships up and just going a single ship going and hitting them. I don't really know what's in them. Maybe we should have a look. I don't know. But at least there's options, you know. And like I said, there's a deal out for this fleet as well. So if you wanted or chose to, you could actually go and buy that fleet outright because there is a deal for it. If you're that way inclined. Right, what's happening? I don't really want to go and have a look, but I do want the fleet to survive. Yeah. Oh, did it survive? It just survived, look at that. Yeah, okay. So it cost me nearly half a fleet. Okay, then let's have a little look. Repair. Yeah, so it cost me half a fleet basically, because I think it's 6 hours dead complete for everything. I think, to be honest, that hull is dead. So let's just go back in the dock quickly and let's just see. From that very first target we hit that we autoed, it looked like ship 5 was taking the most amount of torp damage, as was classic in the old days. Are we back in? We are back in. Right, let's have a quick look. So 42, I've got just under 20 minutes. What I am going to do, which Nobby's on and he's going to laugh his head off, I'm going to send these 4 ships to X1, okay? Right, that's fantastic. They're done, no problem at all. So we'll repair those. We will speed it up. I think I've run out of tokens here. I have, so we'll just do it this way instead. Oh, it's busy. No, it's not. Shut up. Get on with it. And then I've got 17 seconds and I'll do the other bit for free. Right. One of those, and then we need 2 more of those, and then we're back up to running. It seems, Paul, doesn't it, that ship 5 is taking the most. So if you're going to go 2x, 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 3 concuss, maybe that's the way ahead. I don't know. It does seem like ship 5, a classic old way. The filthy corner bit. Yes, you love it. You haven't seen nothing yet. Don't worry about it. So speed that up then. And then we're going to go back into here and upgrade this hull here. So start the upgrade, and we're just going to use up some tokens because I did the token deal. And then we'll go and see the difference and see if it makes life any easier. I'm not going to do the flagship, but I'll do the 4 hulls. So that's at X1. Things I do. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Flippin' heck. Four and 3 and 2 and 1. Come along, come along, come along. Even this is slow. Okay, this one now. So yeah, like I was saying, I mean, whilst I'm doing this, I mean, if you've, I've just like bought the tokens, but if you haven't got much to build, because if you've got all your 5 ships built, you know, there's upgrading to do. You can spend the whole month doing the upgrade ready for the next raid, or if you're already, I think obviously it's 5 days for this, and I think it's 9 days for flagship, and there are some tokens that we can win in the raid as well. So you still can actually get the Everest done, and you can get these upgraded to X1 all within the 30 days, which is not too bad really, to be honest, because it's a pretty slow month. So like I said, I think it's 13.5 hours to do the mortar, if you've got the right, bonuses, obviously. So it's not a bad catch-up month, to be honest. I mean, obviously, I'm not sure what's coming in pillage, and obviously what's coming in bounty. If there isn't a tier 10 hull, I'd be quite surprised. There should be. Oh, nearly pressed scrap then. That was not a good idea, would it? Only pressed the wrong button then. Okay. That would not have been funny. Imagine doing that live on stream. Okay. Right. Okay. Eek, that was close. Concentrate on what you're doing. We'll just have a little check at one of the Everests in a minute, and we'll just confirm. But I'm pretty sure it's about 13.5. Right, so those are all X1. I'm obviously not doing the flagship because they have got to go and get the kits as well, and then obviously I don't think there's any tokens in the raid for doing that. So, and I'm certainly not coining that because I think it's 9 days to update it or something like that, to upgrade it. So that's the classic amount. So I'm not doing that one. But that's close enough anyway. And just before we do. Let's just have a look at one of these ships a minute and go into the refit. So if we were to win the mortar, so at the moment fully upgraded, X1's coming on this next month or maybe after pillage or something. So X1's going to be around for these very soon. So let's just change this mortar and have a little look. So the Ice Stone mortar, 3,500 tons and 63,000 damage. Okay, just bear that in mind with a reload of 5. So when we go onto the limited, and I haven't got it held, here we go then. So it's 70. A reload of 4, same weight. It's not that exciting, is it? Does it do anything else? Does it kick out an ice field, or does it do anything? Projectile speed 120, splash 23, and yeah, okay, thanks for that. So same splash, same spread, same range, 7k more damage, 1 second less reload. That does make a difference, but not a huge amount for these sort of weapons. Same weight. Not exactly hugely exciting. Bit more projectile. Meh. Let's just go in quickly. I'm doing a derpy now. I'm reading notes and stuff, so it's like going to kill me, this. Let's just click on the mortar. What does it say? Doesn't brief you on anything. I thought it might have done an ice field or something. It's doing nothing. Not exactly a game changer, is it? Reload 1 second. 1 second different. That's it. So we get a little bit more projectile speed and a tiny little bit more on the reload. For 4.5 million points. I'd like it to make a cup of tea at the same time. Flipping heck. Anyway, not to worry. Okay. This is definitely a win or lose raid. This one, not. Right. Let's. We've got 23 minutes left. Let's launch the fleet. Let's go and have a little look. Then we'll go into the one. Yeah, we'll go into 152. No, not that 512. We will peak one of those 512s in a moment. 150. Yeah, so in fact we'll do that now. I was going to look at what's the other target. What's it called? It's 512. I want a 152. That's what I'm looking for. I want to just do the 152 first. 150. 152. Here we go. Yeah, again, going at 8-ish. No, Jenny, I totally agree. This is definitely it's the new year. We've all been on a holiday. Let's give them something, but let's not bust a nut over it, you know. this is if you were ever going to miss an event, you ain't going to lose no sleep over missing this one, which is nice, which means people can catch up, you know, and prepare for T10 holes coming probably in next bounty, possibly pillage or a TLC, but we'll see. Right, okay, let's just go and disappear a second, and let's look at the comparative difference between the flagship. Okay, yeah, so you can see, yeah, the way the game's set up, obviously it's on arc, so it's a bit difficult to work it out, but you can see the arc difference, look. So that we've gained this much here, okay, for our countermeasures. Let's pull the flagship forward. Can you see the zone difference as well? See the zone difference on the flagship? See this green line here? And if I pull one of the other ships up, now it's all the way, see, so that it's from there to there now, as opposed to just there to there. And obviously the arc is wider as well. So there is definitely an advantage. 38 minutes. Nice, Josh. Well done. I'm going to be doing this all on auto, I think. Well, not the 152s, but definitely the 150s. Right, okay. I mean, I'm not any faster or anything, you know, so it should all... They're not... That's a mind trick on your eyes there when one's not graded, because it looks like they're not stacking, but they are. It should make life a lot easier to counter the torpedoes now. It is a lawful lot easier. That was definitely better. Definitely better. Let's blast up and get this one. So ship one's taking a bit of damage. The ship damage is pretty even. I'm hoping this oil field, I can get in close to this ship pretty quick. Yes, I can. There. So you've got to be, what, within 20 to 30, would you say, was the range? And then the firing mechanism changes. So if I can utilize this one here now. Oh, he's already jumped. Okay. It does. It just looks like they're not stacked, but they are stacked. It's just because now I've got the two different range mechanisms. That's making me tick, that. Right. These have an auto patrol, do they? Do they have an auto patrol? If I go down here, can I swing around and then let it come towards me? Yes, I can, I think. So come on then, if I can utilize this and get in close quick. Ah, but he also went in it as well. Okay, not perfect. Smart torpedo is going to come out. At what range does it? Is it? Well, let's have a look. So we're about 100, 120. Yeah. Kill the sub off first. Try and avoid. You can avoid the smart torpedoes pretty easy, to be honest. It's not too bad. Oh, don't get too close to the. He was firing out some ice fields then. That submarine, which I've forgotten which one it was, to be honest. Yeah, exactly, Jenny. Yeah, you can like start ticking away properly then. Well, that was handy. He went into a ice field and oh no, smart torpedo, get away from it, get away from it. Yeah, managed to outrun that. That's good. And can I kill the submarine before the torpedo dies? Those torpedoes are surviving an awful long time. Look, so that you do get plenty of sort of like panic time, which is quite nice. Okay, bro. Yeah, I'm going to be finishing literally in about 5 minutes anyway. I'm not going to do much. I'm going to peek one of the other targets, but that's it. Because I want to jump on with Hefe and help him out a bit as well. So this hull's gone off the... I can't go up any further. I'm off the screen, unfortunately. So I'm just going to have to acknowledge the fact that I've probably killed it, but I'm not sure. I think I have. Yeah, and I'll probably do a couple more targets, or maybe the bigger target on Hefe's show, to be honest, on the crib lights there. Oh, that was nice and handy. Okay, yeah, so just to confirm that you don't actually have to kill all these little ore rigs, because there's one alive there, look. So they're just there to take your... You might have to do some shift clicking, because if they do get in the way, and obviously you're targeting those, you're not targeting the other ships. So what did I take damage-wise? So 4% explosive. Did it make a difference? It shouldn't have done, to be honest. Oh, yes, it did, because the resistance was different, wasn't it? So I've gained 1 or 2% less. Oh, that's a 152. No, so actually I have reduced quite a bit on my explosive incoming damage, which is good. But I actually took some concussive, but I think that's because those submarines, one of them actually got to fire on me. Because I didn't see any of the torpedoes hit any more than I did before. What did I take? 45 minutes. So interesting that flagship took most of the damage that time. Interesting. Okay, so doable. What have we learnt then? So you can actually hit the B tier with these ships if you so choose to do so, which is interesting. You can obviously use the BP app online, which is fantastic. Sorry, on the mobile phone, so you can actually hit the auto targets, the 150s. Roughly, it seems to be about 5 minutes difference between driving and non-driving, so that's not so bad. The 152, if you want to auto it, it's possible. Looks like you're going to get 2 done and your fleet's dead, but you could do it. Better to drive it. At X1 I'm getting about 45 minutes damage. The flagship is taking the most damage there. Of course it is. It's only at U3 and the other ones are at X1 now. Smart torpedoes you can outrun, definitely. And they do seem to stay around for quite a long time. So it's not as if like they fire and then they die off and then fire again before you get a chance to go and hunt the subs down. So that's not too bad. Targets are quite quick. I didn't seem to feel that they were taking too long. 45 million gets you all the new kit, you know. Everything else is catch-up tech. So enjoy the raid. Yeah, Nobby, I know what you're going to be doing, mate. You'll be autoing on your phone. I know you will, but I don't blame you either. So good news. Okay, that's it. We're going to call that quits. Thanks for joining me. I hope that helped. Okay, then. I'm sure there'll be a few videos out. Derpy and a few other guys, Ren probably as well, will do some single target videos and that sort of stuff. I might do some over the weekend, but probably not before. And yeah, enjoy yourselves. Take your time. There is absolutely no rush. You know, you don't need very much. You know, it's literally a few million a freaking day. It's nothing, you know. And you can hopefully then do that actually with the lower tiers as well. So enjoy yourselves. Like I say, I'll probably speak to a few people over the weekend, that sort of stuff, and I might put out another video and that sort of stuff. But yeah, enjoy and have a chilled month because it looks like it's going to be. Okay, all the best. Thanks very much.